What's going on? So today what we're gonna talk about is there were guns found. I knew the cult had guns, right? We knew for a hot minute when fucking cockboy Malachi came out in Houston with a fucking gun on his hip, okay? So before the mansion, we knew this place had guns. There's some sources that came forward. I'm not gonna like say their names on who they are for obvious reasons, but when people went down to this mansion to work on this place, people noticed things, and guns was one of them. Assault rifles specifically, okay? I'm not too sure the sizes. I don't know how many were seized. I don't know that yet, okay? This is something that fucking, for whatever reason, the government's going to be tight-lipped about, which I don't know why, because we've proven that they have guns. So, yeah, I'm not going to be tight-lipped about it. Guns were found. Guns were found. This cult was armed. They have guns. I don't know if they still have them anymore, but whatever they had, they're gone now. They were seized. Like I said, I don't know how many, okay? Yeah, David E. Thuggery, yeah. And the thing is, here's the real interesting thing about this. Hey, what's up, Dallas? How you doing? What were they protecting? What were they protecting? And they were found in Tampa. Okay, they were found in Tampa. That's where they found the guns at. Where they might have found more somewhere else, but I don't know that yet, okay? All I know is that some were found. Sizes, calibers, don't know. Where they were found, Tampa. That's it, okay? Now, again, everybody's like, what the fuck? How does this guy know this? Because people have seen shit, you guys. People have contacted the channel. Contractors, people who've worked there. Just people. Silent partners, right? People who've seen shit and they have seen the work we're doing and they've called and said, dude, there's some weird shit going on there. And I've been documenting it all. That's what the goal of the channel was to document everything that everybody saw. It's all up here, man. It's all on the channel. It's all up here. We've put it all out. We've known that this cult has been armed for quite some time. Not like it's a big fucking... Yeah. Michelle, it's really weird. Like, Michelle was the one... Yeah. Again, I'm not going to give out names of sources for obvious reasons, okay? But not only was that verified by one person, there were two people there the same day that shit happened, okay? This is real, guys. The government's going to be tight-lipped about this for whatever reason. I don't know. I don't know. They shouldn't be. They should let everybody know that this place was armed, because what fucking cult has people that are armed? Seriously, people ask yourself that question. They were automatics. I don't know if they were full or if they were modified, but they were assault rifle style weapons. That's what they were. They weren't pistols. They were assault rifles. My source said 5.56 .223 style. So they said, I guess they're expecting some kind of long range fucking fight or something like that. I don't know. You know, because assault rifles, man, those things are made to do damage. If you're in the military, you know assault rifles. If you know assault rifles, you know what they can do. They do maximum damage. Maximum damage. They're made to fucking do damage. That's it. Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, these guys probably didn't even know how to fucking use them properly. Probably so fucking scared. These guys probably didn't even know how to fucking use them. And they were guarding Michelle. The rifles where they were, and Michelle sitting by the fucking pool like she's queen of the fucking of loots. And she felt like she was some fucking queen thuggery, okay? They had guns. They had guns, you guys. Again, don't know how many, but they were there, okay? And this, we've been saying, this is a problem. This cult was a problem. Exactly. Why would somebody, God's best friend, need fucking guns? The Moses of our fucking generation. Why would he need guns? He's Mr. fucking Big Balls fucking Johnson. What the fuck? Yeah, no, you're right. You're right, Outdoors Vet. You're right. But assault rifles and shit, you know, I mean, come on, dude. Like, those are like... Again, dude, I was a 50 cal gunner in the military. I could argue that will fucking go through about 10 walls and kill fucking everybody in that path too, right? But assault rifles, you know, I mean... Florida, Tampa, at the Tampa location. Yep, Tampa. I don't know why the feds are being so quiet about it. We've known they've had guns. I have video proof of it. Yeah, Outdoors, I'm a retired, yeah, disabled vet, yeah. 82nd, I was a 50 gunner, yep. I was a 50 gunner, dude. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. But I'm just saying, why would a church need assault rifles, man? Yeah, David should have fucking staff skills, right? David was the Moses of our generation. I think so, Jacques. I think they found dope too. I do. I think they found drugs. I do. I just think it hasn't been made public yet. Yep. Army 82nd, 1st Armored Division. Yeah. Yeah, the OGM 60. Okay, I had a 50 from fucking World War II. The setup on the 50, everything was still original from World War II, man. They're one of the most reliable fucking guns, man. That gun fucking make a fucking truck bounce. Yeah, also David was from the hood. And that's the thing, Jez. They were very worried about that, man. They were worried about that. They were worried about that, man. Another Waco. That was one of the questions. Hey, Alamin, how you doing? We're talking about this cult and how assault rifles were found at their locations. Yeah. I don't know. I just saw something on YouTube about it. I don't know who he is. I don't know who he is. Yeah, Jez, and you know, I'm thinking they're going to find some dope too. I really am. I think they found some narcotics, man. No matter how big or how small, they found some. Hit that like too. Let me know you're here. Anybody that wants to know what's going on. What up, Johan Pena? Oh, David Koresh. Yeah, when Waco was raided. Yeah. Yeah, I don't even know who Charles Kirk is, man. Yep. Hey, Jez, I'm for real. David looked fucked up some of the time, man. David looked fucked up some of the time. David looked really fucked up, man. Hey, what's up, Rafby? We're talking about this religious cult that was raided by the FBI. What was it? September 7th, I think. I don't even know where the fuck we're at. Where are we at here? No, last Wednesday, this cult got raided. And just a little few things that we already knew, but I already knew. We knew they had guns, man. August 27th, okay. Yeah, exactly, and he had guns too. That's the thing, Chris. Dude, they found assault rifles. We knew they had guns, bro. We knew it. I knew they did. David E. Taylor's still missing, which leads me to believe they have him on a psych hold. For sure. David's on a psych hold now, man. They got him fucking being watched by like 20 different fucking mental health specialists probably. Because really think of the pedestal that David was on and they said, nope, we're taking that away from you. 30 years this guy's been doing this and they took everything away like that. Nope, that's all ours now. Yep. Yes, I believe he is, Jez. I absolutely 100% believe he is, yep. Yep, because he's not in the system. He's not in the system. If he was transferred or put in a cell somewhere, we would know. It would have been uploaded to the database, but it ain't. We can't find him. We're looking and we don't find him, which HIPAA would be the only next best thing for his ass in this case. Because once you're put in the federal database, absolutely, they have every reason to put David on a psych hold, for sure, just to monitor him, see what he's going to do, pay attention to him. Not at liberty to say. Yeah, this is a high profile case, right? This is high profile, you guys, whether people want to believe so or not. This is going to be high profile. We're probably going to be in court for the next 3 to 5 years with it, which David fucking David loves being in court. So this is just another fucking rodeo for David, really, being in court. He's like, fuck, I'm court amateurs. Yep. And they were all drowned in debt payments, whereas Ashley don't know. I think there's more arrests coming, absolutely, because it says in the indictment, people known to the grand jury. I think there's more charges coming. And some of the survivors that we've talked to, that I have, that have been on the channel, they're all extremely upset the feds aren't bringing in trafficking charges. They're so pissed. They're like, what the fuck, they're not bringing in trafficking? But I think that could come. Because now there's like human trafficking specialists coming out saying, no, this is trafficking. You guys need to apply trafficking charges to this 100%. Joseph was found up at 18205 Hager Lane with about, I think that one was 10 people. 15400 was about 30 young people from one of my sources. And then down in Tampa was 40. So 70, 80, about 80 people were plucked out of these locations, the ones that we know of, plus David, wherever he was at. Yeah, he was up at 18205 Hager Lane. They knew where he was. They knew where he was. Was it 9 locations? Okay. It was what, like 5 different states? I thought it was 6 locations. So they did Taylor, Tampa, Tim Page. They did Hager Lane. They did Ocala, Houston. They did 6. They did 6. Yeah, and the charges are going to come. The charges will come. I think we're kind of dead on that. Yeah, you know, Jez, I don't think they're dumb. I definitely don't think they use common sense sometimes, though. I've had some chats with them about this already. I'm like, what the fuck? Are you serious? I don't give them a fucking inch, man. We're paying them. This just came out of everybody's fucking taxes this year, you guys. So just think about that. We watched our fucking government money go to work hardcore and bring down a fucking money laundering operation. That's our money. That's our money that David fucking took, you guys. Really think about that. That 50 million fucking dollars, guess what? He didn't report that to the government. That is our money, you guys. That is our fucking money. And the feds weren't going to move on that unless they were going to get a fat fucking paycheck out of it. And guess what? They did. There's your tax dollars right fucking there. Yep. There's your tax dollars. Yeah. It's great, right? To see it work like that. Fucking real time on the news, everything. Be like, dude, that's our money. Fuck yeah. Go get our fucking money. Go get our fucking money. Yes, he took COVID money. He took COVID money. Yep. Hey, what's up, Mohammed? How you doing, man? Yeah, he did. He took in COVID money. He took in a $30,000 PPP loan, and the government hammered those fuckers for doing that. Yeah, they make it pretty hard to hide. Yeah. David gonna get justice here after food stamps. Yeah, there's food stamp fraud. There could be mail fraud involved too, because David was doing everything through the mail. Hey, Yipsky, this is actually an Epstein style fucking cult, bro. Like, this was a trafficking operation. Yeah, Virgil, no, you're dead on. Yeah, I could see there being some fucking VA fraud. Absolutely. Fuck yeah, I could see there being some fucking welfare fraud for sure. Wherever there was money, free money for David to take, he was going to go. Virgil, you're absolutely right. This was very much like a Waco with multiple locations. Yeah, hit that like and subscribe too, man. Let me know you're here. We're talking about assault rifles being found. They were found at the Tampa mansion wherever Michelle was, because she felt like she was fucking queen of the fucking loots. She probably got, that's Michelle's name, is Queen of Loots, because she was like opening her legs for everybody in Loots. So, but now she's going to be opening her legs for everybody in prison. So, Michelle, cheers. Here's to you. So yeah, still don't know how many. Don't know. It eventually, that will be in the court records, how many guns were found. And the judge is going to look at it and be like, damn, what were you guys trying to do? You guys are a church? And somebody left a comment that I deleted earlier too. Said something about, why are you so insistent that there's guns? It's like, first of all, we've seen them. And second of all, there's sources that have come forward that said they've seen them. So yeah, there's guns there. Again, Moses of our generation, Mr. Apostle David E. Taylor, needs guns to fucking protect him. Mr. Big Balls, fucking no go, fucking all go. Like, David, I'm so glad he'll never see these videos, but his cult members are, right? David's cult members are going to see this. The Moses of your generation needed guns to protect him. Why wasn't he going to fucking call his best friend Jesus? I think, dude, you know what, man? You know what? I think they might too. I think they could find some missing bodies to this place, man. You never know, Eric. You never fucking know, dude. You never know. Yeah, it needed bulletproof glass. I don't know who Charlie Kirk is. I saw something about it, but I'm like, who's Charlie Kirk? Nah, I think David. Yes, everything's been kind of seized and on hold. Yep, it's like what a mafia does. Exactly. Exactly. It's like what a mafia does. Yeah, I don't know who this Charlie Kirk guy is. Everybody's like, oh, he shot. I was like, well, what was he doing where there were guns at like that? Like, I don't get involved in politics. This is precisely why. I I don't care about politics, man. I don't, because look at the type of shit. I don't. I don't. I don't. Okay, cool. We're not. Okay, Charlie Kirk. Well, what's the title of the video today? We're talking about David Taylor. Talking about how they found guns at a fucking religious cult on an FBI raid. All right, be good, Ramon. Have a good day, man. Yeah. Yeah, it's a good versus evil thing, exactly. Has nothing to do with politics. This is fucking simply good versus fucking evil. And the last 5 years we've been researching this cult and trying to fucking gather all the information we could on it to bring it down, and it fucking happened. Now we're finding out little bits and pieces of information as we go along, that there were guns there, people were being starved, shit like that. People were being fucking beaten. Oh yeah. Hey, Michelle's son, Josh, I know you're in on it too, you little fucker. You're busted, Josh. You're in trouble. I found out about you, buddy. I found out about you, Josh. Wherever you are, I'm going to make sure you get found. Okay? Don't worry about that. I know what you did, Josh. I know exactly what the fuck you did. Hey, Janelle, how you doing today? Cheers. There were assault rifles found at the Tampa location. Don't know how many, size or anything, but they were. You know what, Virgil? I fucking hope so. I sure hope so, man. I sure hope people start falling out of this cult. They're like, fuck, man, the light finally came on. She wants me to call Scientology. You want me to call Flagship? I don't know if Flagship will answer, man. They never answer my calls. Moneypenny does, though. Moneypenny answers my calls. I'll try Flagship, okay? What's up, Dr. Septima? Let's see if Flagship app answers. Put the fucking monster on the camera. What if David went all ape shit that one day? Chris will put the fucking monster on the camera. 81 million to victims, that ain't shit. For what, a lifetime of fucking anxiety and fucking depression because a fucking Catholic priest couldn't keep his dick in his pants. Yeah. $81 million to the Catholic Church. That's like $1 million to them. That'd fucking make that in a day. $81 million. The Catholic Church is like, they shit that. The Catholic Church shits that. They just went to the bank account. They just went to the bank. Hey, write us a check for $81 million for the victims that we all fucking molested.
Hello.
Hi, Penny. Money, Penny. Where's my wife? I need to talk to her, okay? Me and Money Penny are going through a bit of a relationship problem right now, okay? I know Money Penny works 24/24. Money Penny's the hardest worker at Scientology, man. Shit. Yeah, and people keep asking about David's fucking call center. Right now, here's the thing, everybody. Let's talk about the call center, okay? Because there's a lot of questions going on about this. How the fuck is the call center still bringing in money? No convictions have been handed down yet, okay? They haven't been convicted of any crimes. There's only been indictments opened up, okay? They're being charged. We know what they're being charged with, but they got to stand before a judge first. Now, whatever process they're in now, I personally believe they got these two shitheads on a fucking psych hold right now, without a doubt. That's what you do to somebody like this. You put them on a fucking psych hold, like 2 week psych hold. That would be the most logical thing to do, I think. 2 week psych hold, no phone. You get one phone call to a lawyer. That's about it. Other than that, no phone calls. You don't get to see family, nothing. You have now been stripped of your rights because you just got caught committing federal crimes. So, and that's the thing, the church isn't being charged, David and Michelle are. However, right, the charges, the government, they need to shut down the money-making machine because that's what it was. This wasn't about religion or anything like that. This was about making fucking money. Yeah, let's see what happens when they're arraigned. Maybe they fucking take a plea deal right off the top. Hey, we just give us our, we're ready to go. We want to serve our time. Just give us our fucking time. We're out of here. We don't even want to take the court's time up. But for some reason, I don't see that happening. I don't. I would like to see David take the stand. I would like to see David try to get up on the stand and try to make it look like that he's smarter than everybody. Who knows what David's going to do, though, man? Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, when they get arraigned, it'll be a different story. Yes, that's the thing. They were like extorting people. Yeah, that's the thing. Who's still donating? They'd be smart to take a plea deal right off the top. They really would. They really would, but still then, I think the feds can even still build the case against them. I do, Jez. I do. I absolutely do. I absolutely do, because guess what? If this goes to trial for 5 years, guess what? If they make money for another 5 years with the call center while they're on trial, that's the government's money still. All these accounts have been seized unless they put it, unless they're putting it into a different bank account, which I don't think they're able to. I don't think they're able to put the money into a separate account. Everything's been frozen. Whatever's going into the account is going into those accounts, and it's not moving. It's staying right where it's at. You know they don't have brain cells for that. Okay. Because apparently it's not illegal to be a church. It's not illegal to be in a fucking church. Nah, no. The feds are pretty professional in this. Let's be clear about that. They're very professional with their job, these people. I want you guys to know that. Yeah, it's frustrating because they take their time, but that's what they do. That's what they do. And they're very nice. The agents, they're very nice, you guys. Very professional, and they were just as frustrated as we are. But again, they're dealing with a political system. They have to play by a separate set of rules. Yeah, exactly. If David and Michelle start bringing in fucking racks of cash while they're in fucking prison, the judge's gonna be like, "How'd you get this $100,000, Mr. Taylor?" In court, would he do this sucker lose his voice? It's dirty money. Yeah, that's the thing. All the money's dirty. All the money's dirty. Must be screaming yes to see a judge. Yeah. We're waiting, man. We're looking. We're looking, man. Nothing's been updated. Yep. And this, you guys, this was like our ultimate goal, was to see David busted. This wasn't when we started this, I knew it was an obtainable goal. It just was going to take time. It wasn't going to be something that was done overnight. I knew that shit. I was expecting 10 years out of this for sure. I was expecting a 10-year run with this, and what took us 5? So halftime of, that was my original expectation, 10 years. is what it would take to see some kind of progress or a bust. I think we've told them. We've told them that David's been raided by the FBI. We're like, you know, the person you're answering the phone for has been raided by the FBI? And they're like, no, we didn't. We're like, yeah, look it up. David E. Taylor, FBI raid, KOGGC, forced labor, conspiracy to commit money laundering, conspiracy to commit forced labor. There's going to be trafficking charges. There has to be. There has to be trafficking charges with this because that's got to send a message. The government needs to send a message with this cult. They really should. They really should. If you're going to do this in America, guess what? We're going to fucking bust you. And we're going to take all your shit from you and we're going to put you in jail. Like, these guys are real criminals. The cult that just got busted, David and Michelle, this was real criminal activity, man. And we've been saying it. And for them to finally get busted with guns, I'm sure they found drugs. Michelle looked fucking hard up. It wouldn't surprise me if Michelle was doing some of that fucking Tampa blow, man. For sure, I bet fucking Michelle could bang down an 8-ball a day. Yeah, that's the thing. Trafficking a little bit harder to prove, but kind of fitting looking at Rich. Thanks, Uncle Jake. Yeah, they're unhealthy. Yep. It was hot, man. I was gonna put on a different shirt, but fuck, it's like nice outside today, man. It's really nice, man. And it'll take witnesses and victims to come forward and talk about it without a doubt. That's what the feds ultimately need, is people to come forward and take the stand. She does. Michelle looks like she's been doing a lot of cocaine, man. Hard to say. People who came willingly don't stay willingly. Yeah, but think about the system of abuse that David had in place for everybody. David ruled with a fucking iron fist, and we knew that. We knew that David ruled with an iron fist. That's why people were so scared to leave, and then throw some fucking guns in the mix, like start flashing some guns around your cult members who are already scared shitless to leave. Oh, Catherine's coked out for sure, dude. Oh, that's the thing. It's mental damage. And people saying, oh, why would guns be needed? Well, it's an extra added layer of fear to people who are already fucking scared. Yeah, Catherine is coked out. She is. She's fucking... Catherine's been coked out. But she's getting her shit, like, legal. But yeah, for now, David, we don't know where he's at. They did find the guns, man. I'm probably guessing they found a handful. I'm guessing they found a handful. 2 for sure, I know that. They found 2 for sure. Malachi has one. I don't know who else was strapped there, but David basically told his members to take a stand if they got raided. Hey, be good, Kelstorm. No, he's not out. Fuck no, David is not getting out, man. David is not getting out. And Catherine still doesn't have a date for her event, okay. Honora, I don't know. Honora Brennan, I don't know. Wait, I think he's in real hot water. He can pull strings. I don't think he's pulling any strings, dude. No way. The feds ain't gonna let him out on this. They did too much of a fucking... too much of an investigation. Hey, what's up, Marlon? There were guns found at David's cult headquarters. Nah, fuck no. He can't. There's no way, Eric. There's no way. Yeah. The only string he's going to pull is the one out of his fucking maxi pad. The tampon he's got shoved up his ass because he didn't wipe it. He's hey, Michelle, come pull the string, okay? He's I need Michelle. He's last plug ever Michelle ever put in me. Honora. We'll try to whitewash. Oh, they're already whitewashing it. Yep. That man can't even pull his own strings. No. Hey, what's up, Ken? Very well could be. You know what, Marlon? It very well could be. The ATF could have got involved. Absolutely. Yep. Yep. Absolutely. ATF could have got involved. That's what I said. There could have been some ATF agents there. The FBI were there. I mean, if they found drugs, they're gonna have to, hey, DEA, can you come and fucking check this out? Because now we have drugs involved. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. It really wouldn't. It wouldn't surprise me if they fucking were, Michelle and David were just fucking fucked up half the time on fucking coke. Really doesn't. Hey, thanks for the seed, Honora, all the way from fucking Europe. Appreciate you. 10 euros. Hey, thanks, Honora. Miriam, I wish they would give us updates on David. What kind of update you want? You guys want to do a David update? What do you guys want to know? Me and Uncle Jake will fill you in. What do you guys want to know? We don't know where he's at. I'll tell you guys that. They found guns. Michelle and him, we're trying to find him. I believe they're on a psych hold somewhere. HIPAA would protect them like that. Hey, appreciate you, Nora. No, hasn't appeared in court? No. No, dude. No court. Nope. No court appearances yet. We're waiting. We're waiting, man. Yeah, I appreciate you being here, Nora. I'm in Texas, and we are talking about a religious cult that was just raided by the FBI. Yeah, he would have an inmate number if he got transferred. Precisely, right? Now, HIPAA, you put somebody on a mental health hold, fucking swear to God, you're never going to find out where or who they are. Promise you that. Yep, they're still racking up the charges. You goddamn right. Goddamn right. Hey, Jeremiah, how you doing, man? Exactly, but he doesn't have an inmate number. We're checking where he got busted and still can't find him. Yeah, subscribe. Yeah, subscribe to the channel. Yeah, subscribe, Honora. Yeah, we can't find him, though. No inmate number yet. No inmate number yet. See, and Janelle, fucking God forbid they find any shit like that on David's phone, then he's fucked in the prison system, literally. It's not going to be good for him, man. The prison system will not be kind to him. No court appearance. They should be in Wayne Sheriff. Michelle left and David left the jail. They've been transferred out. They've been signed out. They've been signed out, you guys. They have been signed out from each location. But they haven't been signed in. We're what? Let's say a 2-week mental health hold. Boy, YouTube's being real fucking shitty lately, man. New here, what's this? Some right shit. Yeah. So Meg, we're talking about this religious cult. Did you see the news August 27th on Wednesday about that cult that was raided? It was a national raid. It was a big deal. We've been reporting on it for quite a while now. And oh yeah, Texas? Yeah. I live in a fucking red ass county too. And I don't vote. I can't. My flag hanging in the yard's upside down. That's how I fucking feel about shit. That's how I feel about shit. So they were raided August 27th, okay? That's what? That's 1, 2. So let's see. We're 2 weeks. So 2 weeks ago, they were raided by the feds, okay? It was national news. It was international news. People from the channel across the fucking world said, hey, man, we're finding out about it over here on our news in Australia and Europe. This was a big deal, man. Oh, it's huge. It was huge because there were guns. There were guns involved. We knew for a while. We've known there were guns there. And that was a concern. Why do you think the feds took their time? They didn't want to fucking shoot out in the middle of goddamn Tampa with fucking helicopters, social media. That's the last thing they wanted after Waco. That's why they took their time. Nothing new on Pacer. There's nothing, you guys. There's nothing. It's like they fucking vanished like David's fucking fart in the wind, man. Which leads me to believe, again, psych hold. Hey, please do, Honora. Please subscribe, man. Yeah. Nah, please subscribe. We're a pretty active community here. We're going on to another cult leader next named Catherine Crick, and she's a fucking psycho. Yeah, Irie, they did. They found, I know of 2. Don't know what size. When fucking Malachi came out and I was out there protesting at fucking Houston and he came out with a fucking gun on his hip, I knew then they had guns. And this was a church. Look, that they were trying to keep people out. And that day I was on the fucking public easement too. That's what fucking pissed me off about that. I wasn't even on their fucking property and that little fucking cocksucker came out with a fucking gun on his hip like he's Mr. Big Balls. And I told him, like, get the back in your fucking car, bitch. And he did. That little cocksucker Malachi, he did. He got back in the car. I was like, fuck you. I got you now, bitch. I fucking got you now, motherfuckers. So now we know this is an armed fucking operation. Now we know conspiracy to commit money laundering, conspiracy to fucking commit forced labor, conspiracy to commit fucking tax evasion. Now you got guns involved? Like, this is criminal. That's what's going to step it up to criminal. Okay, now why do you have guns? Oh, you guys are committing fucking money laundering. No wonder. David's fucked, man. They're not getting out of this with a light sentence. And every fucking minute's going to be served, too. And David, he won't last. David isn't going to last in prison. If he does a fucking solid 40, he ain't going to make it through the first 20. This has nothing to, it has no, you know what, Honora? This has nothing to do with fame or fortune or anything like that. This has to do with the process here in America that we're kind of fucking fed up with, which is the church is fucking laundering billions of dollars. Fuck no, David's a piece of shit. No, he's a cult leader. I never went to his church. I don't have any direct ties to him except he took my fucking tax money. And you want to know something that's funny? The first time I ever got a call back from the feds and they're like, have you ever been victimized by him? I was like, absolutely I have. He's taking my fucking tax money. And I was like, he's taking yours too. He's taking your family members. And guess what? He's taking everybody at the FBI. He's taking all your fucking crew there at the feds. And he's just like, yeah, you're right. I was like, we're all being victimized by him, dude. You want to get down to brass tacks? I was like, yeah, absolutely. When he started taking COVID money, that just proved it even more, that he was victimizing the system. Thinking he was Mr. fucking badass, axe Michelle, I can get away with this. No, they fucking caught up to him. And let's be clear about this, okay? It wasn't any fucking one YouTuber or anybody on social media that brought this piece of shit down. You want to know who brought these 2 pieces of shit down? Michelle and David. Because of their fucking plain arrogance in those depositions. The feds watched them, they analyzed them, and they're like, look at these 2 fucks, they're done. So what they do, they give them a whole fucking spool of rope. Hey, here's the fucking rope, Michelle and David, go hang yourself. We're gonna sit back and watch. Yeah, I've been. Yeah, they took my COVID money. They took my COVID money. 30 grand. 30 grand, they took our COVID money, man. Yeah. So there's 6,000 people in this community, right? Give or take. 5,000, give or take. So figured however divide that up between everybody, and he took that much money from everybody. Yep, Mausa did nothing but boast like David. David can't even fucking wipe his ass. Like, see, now that could be that could be a psychological data point for somebody trying to evaluate David. I never got a COVID check, man. Wait, did I? Yeah, I did. Yep. That's Jim Smith. That's why I believe he's on a psych hold. Right? For real. Look at how far they fucking made this guy fall. That, man. They took it all away. Hey, what's up, Sammy? How you doing? I think we're all doing God's work here, man. We're all fucking God's madmen, I think, for doing what we did with this place, man. For doing what we did to take it to the end like we did. That's fucking madness. Hey, Owen, how you doing, man? I am a pussy. Big old set of fucking curtains, bro. and followers were told they were attending college, making videos celebrating being. Yeah, this was a diploma mill too, a fake college. David was saying, hey, come to my fucking college and you'll learn how to walk in miracles, be a power mover, and you know what? You can go ahead and put that on fucking resume. See what kind of job you get then. Orders. Michelle. Marlon Jones. Hey, what's up, Pastor Matt? Michelle. Marlon. Hey, bro. Marlon. Hey, brother. Think about when they opened David's phone. Question. What do they find in David's phone, y'all? Let's be real about this, too. What do they find in David's phone when they open it up? I'll leave that to you guys just for a minute or two, man. My mind goes fucking places I don't even want to go, but I don't want to know what they find in his phone, honestly. Yeah, a lot of porn. A lot of fucking pictures of naked women, fucking videos. Yeah. Marlon Jones, really think about that, bro. Really think about that. Criminal behavior. Yep, I'm sure they're probably going to find like some extortion, maybe some sextortion. Yep, exactly. They're going to find the inner workings of a madman who scammed those he claimed to love and care for. Exactly. The email. Okay. Who conducted his deposition referred to the book of Jeremiah. It would have totally exposed both of them. But here's the thing, right? With that deposition, that's why we're ultimately here. That deposition exposed the both of them, man, because they went in there with their fucking egos. I agree, Janelle. I don't even want to go there. Yeah, in his phone, Marlon. What do you think they're gonna find, man? Hannah or Nora, they laundered it by not filing. When you do criminal activity like this right now, Nora, let me break down the 501c3 for you a little bit, okay? Now, when you're in America, when you're a church in America, you file for this exemption called a 501c3, okay? But with the church, you get this little fucking extra tick at the end, right? That basically gives you a fucking you get out of jail free card. You could do anything, man. For real. For real, you could do anything once you're a church in America. You could fuck people over. You could run scams like this, and you'll get away with it for years, man. Because in America, the government, even though they're the ones out there handing out these exemptions, are scared to go after these organizations when they're doing the crimes, which it fucking blows my mind. Scientology's probably fucking scared. Scientology's like, uh-oh, we got a big problem, guys. We got a big problem. We better go ahead and sink the trade winds. What is it? The free trade wind? Fucking the free wind? Is that what it is? Chris Com knows it. Yeah, I'm sure David's probably got millions of unopened emails. Yep. Send them David's case to care of them. Yeah, but for real, think of what they're gonna find in David's email, man. It's gonna be. I could imagine his phone's just gonna be filled with fucking just filth and debauchery, man. For real, just fucking filth. David's not a good person, man. 9-8, a new trial attorney appeared for the defendant. Yeah, they got some trial attorneys, but again, the money they're getting from the church, they can't use it. That would be illegal. Using church funds to pay for the Scientology bill. Okay, it's the free wind. Okay, thanks, Ice Dancer. You know, I think our whole community carries the stress of this. I really do. Because we all fought for this, man. People from around the world fought for this, fought with us, stuck with it, did the live stream, stayed up late nights with doing the interviews, man. I think we all carry the stress with this fucking place, man. I really do. You want to hear about fucking nightmares I've been having? For real, man. That are my nightmares I've been having because I deal with that shit. I have fucking PTSD from the military and then fucking top it off with this, right? I'm having fucking nightmares recently about hits and shit I'm doing with the cult and me running, man. It's really real shit. Like, fuck yeah, I carry the stress. Do I carry it? I think we all do in a sense. People being exposed, surprised. Yep, yep. So yeah, I think we all carry the stress in a certain way, for sure. Yeah, and I think it's just it's the stress. It's not necessarily the fear, right? But it's a lot happened, you guys, and not only that, life is in the way too, right? I'm in San Antonio. I'm in San Antonio. Yeah. I don't ever give my exact location, but I'm in San Antonio. Yeah. The cult knows where I live. They sent me cease and desist to my door trying to scare me, but that didn't work. But yeah, I think in a sense there's a lot of people here that carry the stress of what we've done because we've wanted to see results, right? That was the one thing we asked for in all this, man, is results. Little accountability. It wasn't much. It wasn't much. Hey, accountability, fix the fuck ups, make it right, and protect the people that have got fucked over in this, man. It's not that much. We're not asking you guys to go out and spend billions of dollars on fucking something. No, do an investigation, do what you're paid to do, use your resources like we pay you to, and fucking go do it. It's that simple. Yeah, it is. It has. It's been a real emotional fucking roller coaster, you guys. It has. I won't lie about that for sure. There have been some fucking really highs and there have been some really fucking lows in this fucking community for sure. So, but yeah, the stress, we all carry it. Yep, I'm not going to say I carry it all, but no, I think we all carry it, man, because, yeah, Uncle Jake keeps an eye on me. Yeah, he does. Uncle Jake keeps a close eye on me. A lot of people do. Yeah, because I do, man. I've family, friends, loved ones, everybody. And I want to thank you guys for that too, because, yep. Yeah, the veterans here, we keep an eye on each other, man, because we're fucking loose cannons, man. We're loose. We are. I'm going through it right now. I'm going through a phase of depression because life got in the way, then stack shit on like real life shit. And then this, you know, we can only take so much. And fucking, I had to take a few days off. I got to go back, sit down and see a therapist and talk to people just because this is real, right? This is real. You got any pics of these offers, Interpol offers? What do you mean? Yeah, Matt, that's what David's gonna do, Matt. But for real, we don't know where he's at. Yeah, I've put pictures of him on the Facebook. Yeah, we got anything you want to know about the channel is all linked in the bio. Yeah, residential centers. I chat with him offline. I mean, you guys, we've imagine David getting a prison tattoo. David E. Taylor, Honora Brennan, David E. Taylor, and Michelle Brannon. And you know what's really interesting about this, Honora? They wanted to be worldwide famous, and now they are. They're really fucking famous now, man. They probably never thought they'd be this famous in their fucking life. They're like, now we're really famous. But I firmly believe that they're on a cycle. Yeah, we've all accomplished it too, Chuck. Yeah. Yeah, they FBI famous. They're FBI famous. I bet Michelle was just fucking like, what did I do? I can see Michelle playing dumb. But like, what's this all about? I really could. I could see Michelle. I could see Michelle playing the fucking idiot and all this, being like, what's this all about, everybody? It's not about the lobster, is it? Oh, shit. For real, I could imagine Michelle coming out being like, is this about the $10,000 crab legs? Or is it about the 6 Mercedes out there with bows on them? Oh, you got a 61 on. All right, you got A's on your blood work today. That's always good, man. That's always really good when you get fucking good blood work coming back. For real, I would, man. Hey, Kid Frost, how you doing, brother? I know she's gonna flip the script and tell him to axe David. She's like, you're gonna go have to head and axe David, okay? I don't know about that. Axe David. He knows. David knows. But that was one of the debates, man. Well, we like to have fun here too, Honora. She does too, right? She looks like a fucking crook, but she looks evil, right? When you see her mugshot, dude, she looks like an evil, ruthless bitch, man. She looks like a bitch. I wouldn't invite her over to my parents' house. Fuck that. Oh, Honora, they on the tabloids it says 50 billion in the last 10 years, but I think it's more than that. I think in the last 20 years, it has to be, I think in the 100 million range, maybe possibly the 2 to 250 range. I really do. David blew through money like he did donuts. David blew through so much fucking money. We did interviews where his ex-girlfriend said, seen David go fucking whip out 10 grand in cash, be like, let's go to Paris. Gone. 10 grand cash, gone. Gone. No receipts, fucking gone. Just like that, man. Can he account for that 10 grand out of that 50 million? Who knows? Who knows? It's a lot of money they took, man, and that's Kelstorm. I think the 50 million they're talking about online, I think it's more. Nora, I'm with you. And here's the thing. We've told fucking Cash, you need to pull your head out of your ass. You do need to change laws in America about churches, dude. For real. That shit needs to fucking change. You need to start taxing them. Bullshit. They fucking need to change. You're exactly right, Honora, and that's one of the goals we pushed on the channel. Churches need to start paying their fucking taxes, man. Fuck that. Fuck that. He did. No, and David gave cash to women basically so they'd sleep with him because look, who's going to get in bed with a fucking gutter walrus like him, man? David would literally have to pay women to sleep with him. That's how David got women. A refund agency working for me. What do you mean? You know what, Honora? I work and I make my own money. This was never about the money for me, and it never will be. And that's, people ask if the news comes to me. No, they won't come to me because I'm going to tell them to fuck off. Because I don't want any part of it. We told them. Yep. Yep. David said he was there during 9/11. Honora, when it comes down to tax money, right? The government's going to get it back and they'll disperse it among the victims. That's how they'll do it. Okay? Whenever there's a bust like this, the victims get paid first. Straight up victims, bam, pay them first, pay out all the fucking legal fees, all that shit, victims get paid. Then the government, and then whatever's left, I don't know how that works after that. Yeah, but David, he's a new species of walrus, okay? So in his species, it's the smallest. Another David pastor out there. Yeah, Daniel Adams, Catherine Crick, fucking Isaiah Saldivar, Alexander Cockboy Pagani. Stoop Kid, he technically stole from every fucking American if you want to get real about it, bro. He stole from everybody. Churches are stealing from everybody. I'm not saying all of them. There are good churches out there, don't get me wrong. But a lot of these up high churches and shit, these fucking big prosperity churches, they're fucking just raking in bank, man. Fucking raking it in, stealing from the American people fucking day and night, man. I sent the information over to the lawyers, man. I don't talk to the stage company. I send it over to the lawyers. We'll send it over to the lawyers. Yep. I let him know when they got arrested. I was like, David's been arrested. Him and Michelle both. They're in federal custody right now. He's like, what? I was like, yeah, there's the article. Hey, man, just wanted to come and say after all this time of people calling you nuts, obsessed. Permafrost, welcome to the conversation. Everybody thought we were fucking crazy. Now look what he's being charged for. David was trying to sue me for all this shit at one time. Remember, Permafrost? David was going to try to sue me for fucking calling him out for the shit he just got arrested for. Remember? Remember that? They fucking sent a cease and desist to my door. Hey, you better stop this or we're going to sue you. You're telling us you're fucking filing reports at the IRS saying we're running a tax fraud? Dude, Permafrost. I remember you. Everybody thought we were fucking nuts, man. It was just time, dude. It was time. Okay, the rest will go to a trustee to divide. Okay, Won't be any left. Yep. They're probably in the negatives already. But yeah, permafrost, it went down, man. It went down, and it went down in a big way, and the feds made a big fucking spectacle of it, which they should, because they need to send a message. They should really send a message that if you're going to be doing this in America, guess what? We're going to find out. We're going to find out, and this is what's going to happen. They made a beautiful example. It really was. It's a beautiful example. Yeah. Everybody thought we were nuts, dude. But no, we just looked at the fucking operation. We're like, dude, they're laundering money. A lot of it. The Fed. And again, here's the thing, everybody. It wasn't us that started this shit. It was Michelle and David. Okay, so the judge terminated it. Okay, so maybe the feds picked it up then. Hey, David, fucking you owe these people 100 grand too. The feds could have picked it up. Do you think if you used to be in the ministry, you might get your money back? No, you won't get your money back. The victims, whoever comes forward as a victim, they'll get compensated. Absolutely. There'll be a victim's compensation fund out of this for sure. Yes, I think, yes, absolutely, kid. Yep, I think it started after the deposition, and I think maybe even a little bit before. They were already sniffing around David. But yeah, I think the depositions definitely had a lot to do with it. So did Michelle's. They went in, Michelle and David went in those depositions thinking they were fucking badass, man. And they lost. The feds looked at the depositions, you guys. That's why they put all this shit together. They wanted to find out who they were working with. Every bit of information we ever had, any little fucking bit, I sent them. We all did. Yeah, if this cult affected you, if you've been financially affected by this cult, call a lawyer. Call a lawyer. You're going to get represented. I swear to God you will. They won't even ask questions. Be like, oh, you're part of that case. Okay, what you need? That's exactly how it will go. Lawyers are going to be fucking nutting on this case, man. That's right. That's exactly what Cliff said. Remember, everybody? Cliff was like, David thought he was fucking Mr. Big Balls after the depo. He did. David's like, oh, I'm Mr. Big Balls Johnson out here, you know, fucking, look at what happened. I didn't get in trouble. I wasn't even, I'm not even a criminal. See, look, it was, look, nothing happened. Because you weren't it wasn't a fucking criminal case, you dumb fuck, David. David, you were just a witness. David didn't explain properly, like, I'm just a witness. I mean, has nothing to do with me being a criminal. David, you went in there as a witness and you came out looking like a fucking criminal. Let's put it that way, okay? You're never going to see this video because you're going to sit in jail the rest of your fucking life. But yeah, it was never about, it was never about us, man. Joseph, I don't know. Don't know. They found him up at Hager Lane. That's all I know. Hey, be good, Kid Frost. Have a good day. Yeah, kid, when I get off, bro, because I code all day, bro, it feels nice just to sit here and just fucking de-stress, man. Oh, we used to prank call him too. We used to prank call him too until they blocked us. I literally can't call their call center anymore because they blocked me. They've taken my number off the Christmas list. They're like, don't send that guy a Christmas card. You know, Pamela, maybe he could be. But here's the thing. If he was locked up anywhere in the system, we would know. Pamela, the only other thing that would protect him at this point is HIPAA. That's why I think they got him on a psych hold, man. They brought this guy down a long fucking way from his pedestal, man. Officially, we don't know. If we knew, we would be telling everybody, trust me. Because first, I would sit down and write David a nice little personal letter. I would. I'd write him a fucking letter. I would write David's going to get a letter once I find out his permanent address. Fuck yeah, he is. If it's a county jail, wherever the fuck it is, he's getting a letter. It's going to be a handwritten letter. And I'm going to write him a nice long fucking letter and just let him know, like, dude, we told you it would end this way. That's the only, like, contact with the outside world David's going to have is from me. After a while, David's going to be looking forward to letters from me. He's like, fuck, how come my friend Rich Holmes hasn't written me in a long time? So, yeah, officially, we don't know where he's at. And officially, I don't think they're going to tell us anything right now. It's very hush-hush, man, for whatever reason. Again, I think psych-hold, man. I think psych-hold. They found guns, you know. Like a bunch of shit is just flashing in front of my eyes what I'm thinking they're going to find in that guy's phone, man. And I'm scared for what they're going to find. All the material possessions will be seized by the government and auctioned off. Yeah, when you commit crimes like this, yeah. Hmm? Yeah, the government takes all your shit from you. If David apologizes to me, yeah, I've never wanted him to apologize. It never bothered me what he did. I mean, David has, but let's be real about this. Is David going to apologize to me? Fuck no, he's not. Why would he? He has nothing to apologize about to me. He's the apostle. Why would he apologize? He's God's best friend, Moses of our generation. He ain't gonna fucking call Rich Holmes and apologize to him. Fuck no. He's like, man, fuck that guy. So fuck that Rich Holmes. He's a real pussy. He's a big old set of fucking beef curtains, man. Looks like he just left a goddamn fucking meat plant in a fucking meat wagon truck. They're fucking taking him down to the fucking... Take him down to McDonald's so you can sell him on the fucking griddle. Well, cause Stoop Kid, David called me a pussy one time. Yeah, he issued death threats to me one time on his channel. Get a tattoo. Oh shit. Oh shit. If David ever apologizes to me, I'll get a tattoo of David right on my ass. You know what? I don't want an apology from him. You know who he needs to apologize to is the people he fucked over, like all his victims. Yeah, exactly. If I see David, I'd take the arrest. I'm an old vet. I'll sit in prison for 20 years. That's about all I got left, 30 maybe. Yeah. Be all right. Get 3 hots and a cot. I got a shower for free. Now, let's think about this with David too. Hey, Shawnee Gothic, appreciate you, man. How you doing today? Talking about David E. Taylor and the cult that was raided by the FBI and how they found assault rifles down at one of their locations. There's more guns I'm sure they found. We just don't know about how many. But I do know they found guns. We've known they've been armed. David's I use powdered soap, okay? He's because it takes way longer to pick up. Let's see. So Fitzer, you think Michelle will take a plea deal? You think, Fitzer, you think Mike will take a plea deal? Yeah, I'm actually a lesbian, okay? I'm a lesbian, okay? Because I love women. Fucking cicadas. Marlon, it was Michelle. Michelle would. Yeah, they would have. For real, Marlon, I'm with you, bro. No, I saw your comment, dude. Michelle was down in Tampa. I don't know who was at Houston, but they would have an enforcer at each location, bro. Yep. Yep. They would have a designated person in each area carrying out the orders. They're going to find that out in David's phone. Once they open David's phone, they're going to find out exactly who carried out what orders. They'll be like, okay, go arrest this person, go arrest this person, go arrest this person, and go arrest these 5 other people. That's what I was asking. What do you think it was? Marlon. This was a very calculated operation. David knew what the fuck he was doing. He broke everybody up for a reason. David always talks about, oh, I knew the feds were going to bust me. That's because you knew we were doing illegal shit. Hey, be good, residential center. Staying off the grid is an internet bully. Yeah, there's there's going to be more charges coming. This is just starting. This whole operation is just starting, man. They know where David and Michelle are now. I hope they just let him sit there. I do. I hope they just let him sit there and fucking brew for a couple weeks. While they still went out, raided all their shit. They could sit there and wonder what the fuck they're finding. Well, man. I'd be scared to fucking be in possession of their phones. Yeah, Tony ran Houston. Yeah, Tony took care of Houston. As you could tell, he wasn't taken very, very good care of. But yeah, Tony ran Houston, I think. Maybe Malachi, the black guy, right? Maybe Malachi ran it. Yeah, Pastor Dom. Pastor Dom could have ran it too. I'm with you there, yeah. Yes. How do bail bonds work? They ain't getting bail on this one, buddy. They'd have this if they do get some kind of bail, it's gonna be a cash fucking bond, man. It ain't gonna be no, oh, just put up 10%. No, cash. Cash. If the judge somehow, some fucking miracle grants it, which they're not going to, it would be a cash fucking bond. Nope, where's cash money? We want to see greenbacks. We want to make sure your ass is coming back. Yeah, you guys. Okay, so it got rated August 27th. We're 2 weeks in. Think of all the evidence they found. Think of all the evidence they got a catalog. Break it down into a case. Yeah. Yeah, for real. You guys, the Fed still got work to do, man. This is where the real investigation begins. This is where the real investigation begins, man. This is where the Feds are going to start. This is where they're going to start finding all the evidence, and this is where they're going to start stacking charges on top of this organization. There's going to be more arrests coming. More people will be brought in for questioning. Uncle Jake, padded cell, man. Padded cell. That's what I think. Padded cell, man. Wouldn't you love to be on the other side of that two-way mirror, Uncle Jake, just to watch them? Seriously, like, wouldn't you like to be on the other side of that fucking mirror? Just watching them. Just sitting there. David's all, I don't need you guys to pad the cell for me. I brought my own. David's all, can I bring my pads with me? Yep. Exactly. The money the Feds put out for this raid, they're going to go to jail. They are. The Feds are going to fucking put him in jail. You know what, creative TDA? I don't know, man. I don't know. We think Mahesh fucking bailed out, man. I think he bailed out to fucking Myanmar or some shit. He's like, later, I'm out of here. That fool got taken down. Deuces. That fool probably already had a fucking one-way ticket. He's like, I'm out. Later. I'm not coming back. I'm not going down for prostitution and human trafficking with this piece of shit. Yep. I mean, David's worth a lot right now to the government. He's worth a lot. They don't want anything happening to him, man. Really think about it. What other high-profile cases are going on right now? Not really too many. This is going to be high-profile because of how big the bust was. People are going to want to know about this. People are going to want to hear everything. And they're going to want to know why it went on for so long and nobody did anything. Like we did. We fucking warned everybody about it. We sent letters up to the IRS multiple times, hundreds of them, and it just took time. Just took time. But like everybody says here, when the feds move, man. Yeah, Bubba looked at David, said, wash your nasty ass feet first. Yeah, dude. Yippers. Oh yeah, could you imagine? Yeah, David's, and that's the thing. David's not going to get some special fucking diet because he's like, oh, I'm an apostle. You need to bring me crab legs. You're like, you need what everybody else eats. Yeah, biotech. That's the thing about the cult. They don't think they're guilty. They don't think the laws apply to them, but the government's going to apply what the laws are, and the cult isn't going to have any fucking say in it. They'd be like, oh, well, what about this? No, this is what the law says. It's not what you think the law says. And that's what they've been led to believe. These people have been led to believe that their world is correct and everybody outside of that world is wrong. You guys, this was a big fucking operation. Fitzward, this was a big operation, you guys. Really was. This is one of the biggest fucking operations we'd ever seen with the fucking church getting raided like this. Multiple states, fucking millions of dollars. And the 50, yeah, it's conservative. That's conservative, the 50 million. 2 or 3 times more than that, man. If I understand correctly, when he gets a court lawyer, works pro bono if you don't have the money. Ain't nobody taking pro bono for this case. Yeah, David's actually, he is. He's guilty of conspiring to kill police and feds because he told his cult members to fucking do violence if people came in. So yeah, he's actually, I didn't think about that, Trip 9. So yeah, there's conspiracy to fucking kill the police and the feds. Yeah, because he told his cult. Yeah. Yes, I didn't think about that. Yep. He told his cult members, like, hey, if people come in here, deal with them. Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh, Vicky Trollhe? Yeah, the news agencies that had her on, man, they had fucking stupid. Vicky's, oh, but thanks for the Jaguar, David. And you know what, Fitzner? I'm not even going to take credit for it because it was David and Michelle. It was David and Michelle that triggered this, not us. It was their own fucking ignorance, man. Did we have a help part in it? Yeah. Yeah, a little bit. We had a little help. We did our little part. But ultimately it was David and Michelle that fucking fucked themselves over. Just because they couldn't keep their fucking mouth shut, man. Just because they couldn't keep their fucking mouth shut. I'm in the process of suing David for the death threats. Yeah. No, and the feds have those too. The feds have those death threats. That's a problem. They've asked for them. They're like, do you have those? I was like, sure do. When did that happen? What date? I'm like, oh, that's easy. It was this date. They're like, okay, cool, thanks. They never tell me. They're just like, hey, when did this happen? They always ask questions. They never tell me shit. I just want people to know that. They always ask, never tell. That's what I respect about them, man. I do. Never tell me shit. I love it. I love it. I love being kept in the dark on it because all will reveal itself in due time, right? And I was always in the dark about shit, man. I never do shit. They are definitely a one-way street. That's what I love about them. Oh man, we can't tell you that much. Like, come on. Like, nope. But yeah, I am suing David. And that's the thing. I asked the feds, like, where he's at. I ended fucking sue him. I'm suing him. But they won't tell me that. I'll have it sent up to his lawyer. That's simple. I'll send it up to his lawyer. Hey, here you go. Here, lawsuits are going to start dropping in on his lawyer, man. This guy's going to be like, fuck, I'm dropping this case. These are too many fucking lawsuits coming in now. Not only that, there's proof. There's proof of it, right? There's proof of the death threats. There's proof that he was going to come. He was saying he's going to come to my house. So yeah, everything has been documented and backed up thanks to David. Thanks to David, we've been able to catalog and document all of his cult bullshit just because he's a fucking idiot for going online and doing it. We told him. We told him not to go this route, that this would happen. We told the cult, we told Michelle, we told David, we told everybody there, get out. It's not worth it. David's using you guys for his own benefit. I mean, for real, wouldn't you guys like to go live in one of these mansions and eat fucking lobster and crab legs and shit? I mean, come on, like, millions of dollars flowing through this place and David couldn't keep you properly housed? So it really is a pretty sad situation what David did to these people. But David can't do it to him anymore. You can't do it anymore. The cult members, they'll start waking up when food gets scarce. When their stomachs start fucking growling at them and they're fucking hungry and they haven't eaten in like 2 or 3 days. Yeah, then they'll start wanting to leave real fast. And it's a shame that it's going to have to come to that, but that's what it will ultimately come to, is hunger. Yeah, some of them might still have their EBT cards, yeah. Could see that. I'm with you there, Chris, yeah. Hey, what's up, Daniel Moore? How you doing? They found guns at the Tampa mansion. They meaning they, and I just don't know how many. I don't know how many, but they did find them. We've known they've had guns. Yeah, that was pretty cool of Michelle to do. She's like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and wipe my fucking dirty fucking barbecued chicken fingers all over Vicky's nice Jaguar. Yes, and biotech, I very much am watching my back, because this is the one time where they're all gonna get crazy, right? When the court trial's going on, now that he's fucking locked up, like, yeah, and some of these fuckers know where I live too, and the feds are very aware of that. I told them. They're like, all right, well, you're in Texas, so I mean, you know the gun laws. Just watch they told me watch my back. Yeah, and this is actually the most dangerous time for a cult right now. Yep. Yeah, I am. Yeah, I have been, Chris. Yeah, I really have been. Even when I'm out in public, dude. Yeah, dude. Even in public, man, I'm fucking keeping my head on a swivel, because I know some of these fucks live in San Antonio, and I know they know who I am. So. No, Israel. Nope. Never lived in Van Nuys. Nope. Nope. I'm from Long Beach. That's where I was born. Long Beach. But not Van Nuys, man. But yeah, I haven't gotten any phone calls from the cult or anything like that. No emails, nothing, man. Nothing. Mostly family members saying thank you. Where's our kids? You know, we're still with you guys. But as far as the cult contacting me, nope. They will not contact me. I'm their worst fucking enemy, man. Our community, my face. Yeah. I'm definitely on the blockboard. No, I am biotech. I'm pretty careful, man. Yeah. I mean, I don't go out much, dude. I don't. It's right now I work full time, and pretty much all my time is going to be taken up now working on my house, dude, because I have a lot of work to do here. So, I got cameras up. I'm armed. I mean, yeah, and that's, you know, Trip 9, that's something I'm talking to these parents about, because they're like, now we just want our kids home. So, listen, kids of this cult, you do know your parents want you home, right? That's all they want. They just tell you guys to come home. They just want you guys home. Tony, Jenny, Nate, James, fucking, what's his name? Jason. Go home. Go home, man. Your parents just want you home. That's it. Are you a follower of David E. Taylor, Jones Gideon? Guessing you're a follower of him, huh? What's he doing now? He's sitting in a psych hold. Yeah, you know what's gonna get vindication is all the people he fucked over. Jones Gideon. And he's not an apostle. His name's David E. Taylor, and he's a con artist. And you here defending him on a day like this when we know they found guns and shit like that, and David used this system of fear and control to fuck people over. I mean, it just once again proves how desperate people are to be with this so-called apostle, and he's not. The victims will get vindicated out of this, not David. Not David, because you know what, Jones? There's people coming forward to talk about David. Victims are coming forward. That's why there's an indictment. That's what it takes. That's what it takes for this to happen, is for victims to come forward to speak in order for indictments to get opened. And it happened. So, Jones, you really think everybody's telling the same fucking lie or what? Or is David the one out, or are we all wrong and David's the one that's right? Because I can point out probably fucking 10 inconsistencies in David's sermon just in the first few chapters of the Bible. So, by all means, I would love to hear your debate about David and why you think he's an apostle and how you think... Yeah, I know, because all the evidence, it's not real, okay? The evidence is fake, everybody. Did you guys know that? The evidence isn't real. Yeah, it's real. The evidence is real. The bust was real. That's why it's on fucking TV. Because they wanted us to know what was going on. This was something, all we asked, this was all we asked for. This was it. A little bit of accountability, set a fucking example, and let the rest of these fucking churches know you guys aren't fucking around anymore. That's cool, Jones. That's cool. You know what David did to me? Sent me death threats, tried to shut me down with lawyers, saying... You know, all we've ever asked for here, Jones Gideon, is for a conversation with David. But all he's ever done is come out and just defend himself against everything. And this 5-year shutaway, there's no such thing, Jones Gideon. There's no such thing as a 5-year shutaway. There's no such thing in the Bible. There's no reference of it. There's nothing. David was clearly hiding. He was simply hiding from his congregation. He knew what he was doing was wrong. That's why he stayed in hiding. And David said, oh, I know the feds were going to bust me. That's because you knew you were doing illegal shit. Yeah, it stopped before it became another Jonestown, right, 5'9"? Yeah. Yep. And it still has a potential to have some of that afterwards, man, because... Yeah, it's right now, it can be a little hairy situation. It can be a little hairy right now. And we've stressed that to the authorities, like, hey, you need to have, like, specialists standing by. Like, trained fucking specialists, not just some fucking run-of-the-mill fucking therapist. I'm talking, like, you know, career fucking psychotherapist type shit. Not just some fucking therapist you guys think is good. No, you're talking severe therapy. I do too, Daniela. I think they do too. I think they've had eyes on them. Yep. Hey, thanks, 5'9". Appreciate it, man. But yeah, so that's the stream of the day, man. It's why the gun's being found there. What did they need guns for? What were they hiding? Why were assault rifles found? This isn't going to look good for David when he goes before the judge. Yep, I sure do. I think they had a fucking federal tap on Michelle and David's phone. I do. I think they finally got a tap. I think they got a tap. That is what I think. I think eventually, hey, Christopher Cruz, how you doing, man? I think they finally just got a federal tap on their phone, like, go to the judge, hey, we need a wiretap. Okay, go ahead. Sign off on it. Why do you need this federal wiretap? Like, the feds would have to go, and they'd have to have solid evidence of why they need the wiretap. Okay, we're investigating this, and this, and we believe this could happen if this, and this. So we need this wiretap. We got to find out what the fuck they're doing and when they're doing it. The judge would be like, okay, here you go. There you go. Go tap it. They'd probably have to swear in and shit, right? Anytime there's shit like this, they'd probably have to fucking swear an oath and shit. Like, this is a very, how do you say, clear process. Hey, Tex Aware. Hey, you know what, though? Any criminal defense attorney knows they can't beat this case. These criminal defense attorneys, this is a lose-lose case, man. There's no winning in this case. There's no win in this. Well, because now people are going to know, hey, we start seeing you amass wealth like this, guess what? It's going to be a problem. That was a clear example, right, Parbs? Hey, when we see you amass wealth like this in this short amount of time, we're fucking watching you. That's what David did. He amassed all that wealth in such a short amount of time, bought all those properties, laundered all the money through multiple tax exemptions. They need to go after the other organizations too, which I think they will once they find all the paperwork. They're going to find about Marvels in America World Healing. They're going to find all the tax exemptions. You'll be like, oh shit, this was a scheme. Like, look, here's the other tax exemptions right here. He can play the insanity card, but I'm sorry, when you're hiding and you're jumping names and shit like that, that shows that you know what you're doing. You can't, David's like, oh, I didn't know you can't change bank accounts or have this many bank accounts or this or that or this. How could you not know? I didn't know I wasn't supposed to pay taxes. How could you not know? No, 7-Eleven. No, fuck no. Crick, fuck no. She wouldn't be seeing an earshot of this piece of shit. And you know where the money trail was, Parbs? Real estate. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Benny Hinn, Olstein, huge donors to major politicians. That's why they don't get fucking touched, is because politicians give money. Or these fucking big churches give money to these politicians. Like, that, we can't touch them, sorry. And you know what? I've also expressed that to the feds. I gave him shit about Guillermo Maldonado. I was like, let me tell you something. I was like, you got that fuckboy Guillermo Maldonado up there in the White House doing pictures on the fucking grand staircase, and that guy's pushing money for people south of the border. I was like, what the fuck are you guys doing, man? You guys need to wake the fuck up. I told him, fuck that. Guillermo Maldonado, dude's a criminal. Dude's a fucking criminal, man. He's up there taking fucking pictures in the White House with that fucking twig Paula White. It's disgusting. Our government, there's people in the White House that are criminals. Fucking Paula White, Guillermo Maldonado, cockboy Shane Winnings. Who else did I see up in there? Those are the three main ones right after you got fucking Daystar. Gregory Milk and stuff. I'm Rich Holmes, dude. I'm Rich Holmes. That's me, bro. That's my real name, okay? I obviously had to cover my name, and Alex was it for a while until David doxed me, right? And I'm also suing him for that, so. Yeah. Because he doxed me and then he fucking threw a death threat out there. So yeah, that's me, bro. I just didn't use my name, and I knew David would eventually dox me, and he did. So I just use my name now, yeah. That's a good question. Milk and stuff, I don't know, dude. That's a good question. Because David said so. Dude, he went on this rant one night, man. He went on this rant one night, Gregory Milk and stuff. Oh, man. No, I'm good, Milk and stuff. No, David went on that rant one night. Yeah, but that's me. Yeah. Yeah, no, that was me, and that was David losing control. That was David showing us that he couldn't maintain control of his emotions, man. It was great. He fucking went off the deep end that night. So, you a pussy, Rich Holmes. Dude, sitting there, dude wearing a maxi pad calling me a pussy. Like, it was like, what was really good in that moment is like, the fact that that dude was wearing a maxi pad, he had the audacity. Yeah, he leaned in, he did. Like David, and he's like, it's, you a pussy, Rich Holmes. he had to like lean forward because his maxi pad was stuck up his ass. He's like, oh shit, let me go ahead and lean forward. He's like, oops. Yeah, he had a pussy protector on. Oh man. Oh yeah, we were the thorn in his side. Yeah, he didn't like me. He didn't like me. And the cult says, oh, he doesn't even know who you are. Like, yeah, sure he doesn't. Daniela, that's what I'm saying. He's like, now David has to use John Wayne toilet paper, like really rough toilet paper. Have you ever been in the military, had to use like an outhouse? Like they don't give you the best toilet paper, right? It's real fucking rough and just like scrapes your ass cheeks. But that's the kind of toilet paper David's gonna have to use now. No more Charmin for him. No more pads. He's gonna be using this fucking rough ass fucking just taxpayer issued fucking jailhouse shit paper. I feel pretty bad for the guy. I know, he's like, let me go ahead and stuff paper down there to substitute. He's like, I got 120 ply sandpaper. Yeah. Oh yeah, David's good. They're gonna be, it's gonna be like that scene from fucking Super Troopers. Like all the prisoners are gonna be scrubbing fucking David down with a fucking hose and like big scrub brushes. Way more dingleberries. No, fuck no, they won't let him use pads in prison. Not that I know of. Not that I know of, man. Like, dude, if he brings pads into prison, he'll be a target. He'll become a target if he brings pads to prison. Yep. Yeah, but no pads in prison. I know, right? Wolf and Light, he's in jail with Suge Knight and Diddy. Hey, how you doing, Samuel? Let me get a liter of cola. He's all, means give me a freaking liter of cola. Y'all remember that scene though from Super Troopers where they're hosing him down and scrubbing him and fucking throwing the delousing powder? And like, it's powdered sugar. No pads in prison. Yeah. Yep, no pads in prison. See, now that something else dramatic has happened, like Charlie Kirk getting shot, like that'll be the big news now. Right? Even though this cult that just got raided was fucking running a forced labor operation. It's like, okay, I guess that's not a big deal anymore. This dude got shot. It's a big deal now. This is, like, seriously, this is still big news to me, man. I'm going to go refill my drink. I'll be right back and I'll still talk, but this is still really big news to me. I'm still trying to figure out how to process it, fucking what we all went through this to bring this piece of shit into justice, man. This is a lot of work. It was a lot of fucking work. It was a lot of hours streaming. It was hours standing in front of that fucking hotel in the heat, telling everybody about it and nobody listening. And then now this Charlie Kirk guy gets shot and it's all a big deal. Kind of ironic, I guess, but go figure, right? Now had a shootout happen with this cult, it would still be a big deal, right? Think about that. Right, now think if there had been a shootout with the cult, man, it would have been a huge fucking deal. Then everybody been like, we didn't know about it. Well, yeah, we told you guys about it. Miley's like, yeah, we did. We told you guys about it, but nobody said shit. Nobody did shit. Nobody was gonna do shit. Come on, bud, you wanna come with? Refill my tea. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Tex. Mm-hmm. No, we know about the lawyers, man. Mm-hmm. We know all about the lawyers. They're gonna point the finger at each other now. And that's the thing. I think there could be some politics tied to David now. Like, David had that hotel. What the fuck was he doing with all those women there? Fucking turning tricks on him? I don't know. I don't think David was that smart, though. Well, Gregory, I don't think you want Gregory. I keep saying this. I don't think any YouTubers had anything to do with it. It had fucking David and Michelle did it, dude. David and Michelle were responsible for their own demise. Not me, dude. They were. They're fucking pure arrogance, man. They went in those depositions, thought they were fucking badass, and the feds looked at both of them and said, yeah, no, let's go and bust these guys. Yeah, I think there's a money trail missing. I'm with you, Parbs. I'm with you, yeah. I think that too. I think there's a money trail missing with this place, and a big one. I really do. I think there's a money trail missing. Fuck yeah. Y'all done, bud? Go back inside. Come on, big boy. Go inside. Go on. Here you go, boy. Good boy, go. All right. I kind of think the IRS and FBI were triggered at the same time. They're like, hey, let's go get this fucker. Let's let him just hang himself for a while. Yeah, the 50 mil, that could be tied directly to the money laundering, but that's just what they found so far. That's an estimate. That's an estimate, Parbs, right? That's just an estimate of what they found. I think it's more. It's more. There's no way it's 50 million. That is a way fucking lowball number, I think. They need to double or triple that. They need to go to like 150, maybe even 2. Yeah, because then it just becomes political. I do too. I think it was the amount of money. I think they started watching all the transactions they were doing. They're like, this guy is fucking just dumping money. Go get him. Go get him. He bought all these properties. He's got all. Look, he fucking he just gift wrapped fucking 6 Mercedes for you guys. Go get them. Go get those Mercedes for us. David ain't going to the Mercedes car lot anymore to look at cars, huh, guys? Man, David ain't doing no parking lot pimping. He's gonna do prison yard pimping. David's gonna be walking around holding some fucking Bubba's fucking little pocket. That's what David's gonna be doing. It was the amount of debt he was in and not paying. Yep, exactly. I think it had a lot to do with everything. He was in debt. He wasn't paying his taxes. Yep. That's what I think it was too. It was a list of things, right, Barbs? But the feds don't move unless they have something big. And they had something big to move like this. We're trying to find out if there's ever been a church that's raided like this. Nope. Last time fucking all the people died in Waco. I know, when I opened up his credit report, I was pissed about that. He was fucking livid. No, it wasn't coincidence. I don't think so either. No, I don't think it was. After we started fucking just tracking his lawsuits and just putting everything on fucking blast. The only reason he would have came out and said shit is because he was losing money. Exactly, for such a small church, he had a shit ton of fucking property, right, Daniela? Dead on, right? Dude, he had a lot of property for how small he was. And big ones, too. It was like he was trying to outdo all these prosperity ministers. No, then he came out and said, we don't have enough money. So, no, recently during his birthday, when he came out during his last birthday party, he's like, well, we don't have enough money, but, you know, we have the money, but just not enough. And it's like, because you're fucking broke. Maybe the feds waited till they saw how broke he was. They're like, go get him now. Yeah, meanwhile, Crick has no building. Oh, man. Yeah, Crick doesn't have a building. That's a good one. Neither does David. David's all, my building's the padded cell right now. Yeah, man. We got a ways to go still with this. We're in tracking status now too with David's case, so we probably won't be much reporting on him anymore, man. The money was out of control. What was being spent outstripped was coming in. Exactly, he was living outside of his means. Yeah, he was upside down in all these places. He was losing tax exemptions. Yes, yeah, that's why he tortured people so much the last few years. Yes, and here's the thing, Parbs. What I found out from some of these people that entered the cult in the last couple of years, it got out, the abuse happened extremely fast and it was extremely aggressive. Hey, I Dread. Yep. The abuse over the last couple of years got extremely bad. The last year was the worst. The last year of it, whoever was there within the last year got abused the most. Hey, be good, Kelstorm from the UK. Have a good day. It all makes sense now. Right, Parbs? It all makes sense now, right? I don't know. What I found out about that deal is Michelle made the initial phone call for the deal on the hotel. That's all I know about that. Michelle made the initial call to Mahesh about the hotel, and that's where it all went down. That's all I know about that. Michelle was the initial contact for David and Mahesh. I don't know where the fuck Michelle found it at, but I don't know. Maybe fucking they knew Mahesh somehow, but I'm curious how that's all worked into this operation too. No, I don't. No, I don't, Daniela. No. Yep, I don't. Nope. Nope. There's a lot of sources in this, man, and they'll never call in. I'll tell you that right now. Some of these sources will never call in for obvious reasons. Yeah. No. 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 I'm curious, like the cops that were out there the day we did the audit. The day we did the audit, I would like to talk to those two officers now. I would like to talk to those two officers, Dickey and Thompson, I think is what it was. I would like to talk to those two cops to be like, we're what, almost 2 years later now, 2.5 years later. Yep. That's how long it took for the feds to raid this place, 10 years, 10.5 years. The feds work slow, man. They don't, the feds play a very long game, everybody. They'll go fucking play some golf, man. They'll go play some golf, man. The feds play a long fucking game. They'll sit and wait. They'll sit and wait, man. They don't care. They don't care. That's why David is where he is now, because the feds waited. They played a long game. And David and Michelle are fucked. I know we should all go to Taylor, Michigan. We should all go to Taylor, Michigan, and like some place down the street from David's place and like go pound beers or something. I'll go do a group photo right in front of the gym in my building. You know, Irie Dread, I hope they do. I hope they do. I hope they do shut down the main channels. I hope they do. That's something I've brought up and I've emailed them about. I've emailed them, and I told them, I was like, you have to take these 3 main channels down. They're like, well, we can't. It's freedom of speech. I was like, no, these were used in the criminal operation. You can take the channels down. They can make new ones. That's fine. Take these 3 channels down. The main Facebook, the main fucking YouTube, and KOGGC channel. Gone. Done. You guys are prosecuting this as a criminal organization. I know they did, Chuck Wood. I know they did. I know they did for a fact, Chuck. Yeah, no, I know they did. Yeah. That's how they work. That's how they work, man. That's how they work. They'll tell them when the time comes, you're in on it, but just wait. How is David's son reacting to his father's arrest? In denial. His son's in denial. His son's in full denial. I'm sure his daughter is too. Fucking in denial. I don't know. They don't have a DLC number, but since they're federal inmates, it'll be a PAC. It's not going to be a DLC number. It'll be a PAC because they're federal prisoners. But no, I think they're still on a psych watch right now, Irie Dread. I do. Irie, look how far they came down off their pedestal, man. The feds fucking did a huge fucking rug pull on this place, man. Yeah, I think they're sweeping up loose ends right now with David's phone. With David's phone, after they get all the evidence from that shit, they're going to go make more arrests because they're going to see exactly how that operation was ran. They're probably looking notes, fucking taking phone numbers. Hey, write this number down, go get this number, go find this person. I think they're sweeping up the ashes now, Irie. And again, it's everything that we talk about that are legitimate concerns, you guys, I email the FBI about them. I do. They don't tell me shit. Everybody be real clear about that. They never tell me shit. They always want shit from me. I'm like, okay, here, take. It's never, they never give. It's always a take situation, okay? Where's David at? We can't tell you that, Mr. Holmes. I fucking love it. They're so professional. They're so professional about it. But yeah, I don't know where they're at. Exactly, that's how they're trained to act. They're fucking, dude, they're fucking cold, dude. That's what I'm saying. Whoever gets on that stage, especially here on out, needs to be arrested by default. Well, no, and Daniela, with these kinds of crimes, they're not going to get bonds. No way. Like we were talking earlier, if it's going to be a bond, it's going to be a cash bond. They're going to want the fucking money up front, and it's going to be the entire bond. And the judge could say, be like, I want a $2 million bond cash. For David, 5 for you. I'll give Michelle a $2 million. David, I want a $5 million cash bond for you. It's that simple. Then the judge can set that. Whatever what the judge would be like, no bond. No, you guys are a danger to the community, which it should happen. Hey, no, Winslow, how you doing, man? Yo. We're talking about bond and how high it should be set, if it is set, if it's going to be set. No, they shouldn't. I'm not friends with the FBI. Trust me, we're not friends, man. I want everybody to be real clear about that. I want to be real clear about that. It's not like they say, hey, Rich, how you doing today? Fuck no. Like, what do you have for us? I'm like, here, take it. Fuck. And they never ask for bullshit. It's always pertinent shit, so it's not like they hit me up for random shit. No, it's very fucking random, and it's very specific when they want shit. So I'm like, okay, here, yeah, we have it. What do you want? So, but yeah, it's definitely not a friendship situation, and it shouldn't be. There should be boundaries. I 100% agree with that, and like I said, I am not friends with them. I may have their emails, but that's because when David started sending me death threats, shit like that, was when I really took a fucking high heat to the feds. I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck? That's what I asked. I'm like, this is fucking bullshit. And I told him that when I talked to him about the death threats. I don't give the feds a fucking leeway, no. I talked to him just like we're talking here. When I got the death threats, there were 2 on the phone that day. I was like, this is fucking bullshit. I was like, this motherfucker comes out and wishes death on me on his fucking YouTube channel. I was like, if I were to do that shit, you guys would be fucking arresting me. And I was like, you guys should be arresting this fucking piece of shit right now. And I was like, that's fucking bullshit. That is a double fucking standard. We're sick of it. And I told him, I was like, he should have been fucking arrested. So I sent him all the information over. And I told him, no, on that phone call that day, I'll tell you how that phone call went. That phone call went like, hey, what's up with the death threats? I was like, I sent you guys the video. I'm sick of this shit. This is fucking ridiculous that he can get away with this. And I told him everything about what happened. They're like, well, does he know where you live? I was like, fuck yeah, they know where I live. He's like, well, how? I was like, they sent me a fucking cease and desist about 2 years ago trying to shut me down and fucking sue me that I sent it to you guys already. I did. I told him, I was like, I sent that cease and desist to you guys when I first got it. And he's like, well, can you send it again? I was like, yeah, fuck, whatever you guys want, I'll send it to you. I've been sending it to you. So he's like, okay, put cameras on your house. So I did put cameras on my house. And he's like, if they show up at your house, he's like, you call local, then you email us right away. I was like, okay, not a problem. They never showed up. But I did tell him on that phone call. I told those two on the phone, I was like, I'm not scared of David, but as fucking cult members I am. And I told him that. I was like, I want you guys to fucking put that on the fucking record too. His cult members is like, you know what I'm scared of? They're going to come burn my fucking house down. That's what I told him. I was like, I'm fucking scared. They're going to come here when I'm not here and burn my fucking house down. So I was like, I want you guys to notate that. And I fucking hope they did. I did. Because I was like, look, you guys put fucking Charlie Manson in prison all his fucking life. He didn't kill anybody. He just sanctioned the murders. I was like, so this fat fuck gets away with it again? Yeah, no, I told him. I was like, they know I'm in Texas and they know exactly where I live. And I told him, I was like, let me tell you something. If they came out here, it'd be a problem. And that's the good thing. Most of the cult members are stuck in the cult with nowhere to go. So yeah, if anything were to happen to me, the feds knew. And I told them. Told them. David, I'm not scared of, but the cult members, yes, they'll do something. The cult members have made that very clear that they'll act out for David. David has told them to act out for him if he get in trouble. That's why David's in the situation he's in now, is because he fucking ran his mouth and he flat out told his cult members like, hey, if they come for me, you guys are to fight back. And feds typically don't like that. Feds, they don't like being threatened. Yeah, they're making idle threats, yeah. And somebody maybe not even connected to David could do something, right? Somebody that's maybe just a fanatic of David or just doesn't like YouTubers going after fucking prosperity ministers. It could be anybody. It could be anybody, and that's what I told the feds. I was like, it doesn't matter. It might not even be somebody associated with David. I made that very clear to him too. I was like, it might not even be somebody that knows David. Just like Charles Manson, Jim Smith. Yep. It's like Charlie Manson. Those were threats. Those were threats, and I took them very serious. I did. When David shot those death threats out, I was like, okay, that's enough. And I did. When the feds called me that day, I fucking let them have it. I did. I was like, what the fuck, man? Fucking kidding me? Like, dude, these are valid threats, man. I did. They did. I did, Danielle. Again, we're not friends. We're not. We're not friends. I'm very clear about that. We're not friends. It's always a take situation. They never give. It's always take, which is fine because that's their job. But when the death threats came down, I definitely let them fucking have it. I was like, this is fucking absolute bullshit. Hey, right on, J666. Right on, man. Good deal. Yeah, I didn't hold back, man, because I was like, that's absolute fucking bullshit. And I was like, what's even worse is that we have reported his channel for that type of shit and YouTube still lets it happen. I don't know whether it helped or not, man. I think they knew how fucking pissed I was that he came out and did it on an open platform, right? You can't do that. David took the video down and sends me an email saying he's allowed to say it. And the feds are like, yeah, he can't do that. It's all the same free speech. I was like, yeah, I know that. So what the fuck? Like, David was really pushing the envelope with it. He really was. free speech or not, dude, you don't fucking do that. I'm sorry, because there's fucking crazy people out there. Yes, I'm pretty sure he's regretting making that fucking threat now. I really am. Yeah, I'm sure he was fucking amped up that night. He was on a good one. He's like, that fucking pussy Rich Holmes, he's gonna die. Yep. I think he was definitely under the influence that night. That's for sure. He couldn't even contain himself. That was what, a year ago? Fuck, that was almost a year ago to the day. Well, you know what? Also, that was the day that something hit the docket on the court documents up north. Yeah, it was a lot of things happened that day, I think. Dude, that was the biggest fucking tax break he was gonna get to out of all those properties. It was like $145,000. Dude, he had to have been pissed. All we did was tell him, like, hey man, they're running this fucking tax scam. All we did was tell the county assessors, the equalization board, that they're running a tax scam through real estate, and they did the rest. They're like, oh, yeah, let us go ahead and take that tax exemption back from you because you're laundering money. Oh, he was pissed, man. He was definitely not happy about that process, man. Because what was he gonna do? Go and dispute the fucking tax assessor? No, fuck no. They took his exemption. They're like, nope, that's mine. Thank you. That's the county's money. Thank you. Belongs to the state. Now David's gonna lose that house. David's gonna lose that house now. No, you know what? Most of these people that are still there, some of them are gonna wake up, but I'd say a good 10% of them are going to call David apostle until they die, unfortunately, and it's very sad. Kathleen, Michelle, probably some of these younger brainwashed people, James, Nate, possibly, they're gonna call David apostle till the day they die, man, or they'll fall into another cult and start calling some other guy an apostle. That's the addiction process with these religious cults. They'll go from one cult to another, trying to find the fix that they got from David, but whatever David was offering, it can't be that great. Oh yeah, trip 9, right? And then he comes out, he's all, I've had a wonderful time here tonight. Oh yeah, people are still gonna defend him, man. Yeah. No, people are gonna defend him. People will defend him. I don't know, Mariah was pretty loyal. Fucking mosquito. I don't know, Mariah's pretty dedicated. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm telling you, once people start leaving, once food becomes a problem, man. When food becomes a problem in this place, then people are going to start leaving. When people start getting hungry, dude, the most basic instinct of human need is to fucking eat. It's your most basic instinct, man, to eat. Nobody's working. I don't think anybody's got a bank account. See, in this cult, nobody's got jobs. Nobody's got jobs in this cult, so I don't know who's gonna work. Who's gonna work? Who's gonna go out, pay the bills, go get a job, fucking bring home groceries, fucking keep the light bills on? Nobody. Who's paying this shit? Yes, I think they froze. No, I think they probably would have left the EBT accounts open if they needed it, because that's welfare, man. Like, if they're not working, the feds probably couldn't touch that. They may not have, they may have, who knows? I don't think the government would let them starve, like, but the fact that there is EBT fraud involved, that's something they probably could have taken into account. And they should too. They should make them all go out and get jobs, man. Fuck, they've been scamming. They've been scamming. Like, fuck, okay, your guys' scam is over. Go out and get jobs. Why not? Why not, man? These people have had their fucking run, man. This is enough. Finding guns inside a religious cult, man. It was a fucking disaster waiting to happen, man. It really was. Finding guns at this Tampa location, I'm going to start wrapping it up here. Finding guns in a religious cult like this is never good. What were they trying to protect so much? Keeping people in? Keeping fear instilled in people with the guns, but also a psychological control, then added guns on top of it to add that extra layer of protection? What were they protecting? All your videos. Do you think David will be charged for stealing the members' government? Yep, I do. Yes, simply amazing. This is going to be a big fucking fraud case too. Absolutely. Conspiracy to commit money laundering, $50 million fucking dollars. Look at all these properties. Look at all these properties. Simply amazing. You got properties, you got cars, you got guns now, you got fucking EBT fraud, you got fucking people moving across state lines. Once they find David's phone in this, simply amazing, fuck, they're going to find a slew of evidence. They're going to find a bunch of evidence in David's phone, man. It is going to be a plethora of information once they find his phone. What do they ask for nowadays when they bust you? Your fucking phone, man. Cops rarely ask for your fucking ID. They ask for your ID just so they know who you are. Then they ask for your phone. In that process. In that order. That phone is fucking gold mine, dude. That phone is a fucking gold mine. I've been saying it. Yeah, David's hairline's a fucking crime. That hairline's a crime. You goddamn right, man. That whole hairline's, it's a fucking shit, man. Yeah, but simply amazing. This is, I'm glad you're here. We've been kind of on this guy for quite a while, man. Yeah, the EBT fraud, honestly, yeah, like Uncle Jake's saying, that's the least of his worries. He's got these fucking forced labor charges he's got to worry about. Not only that, money laundering. And a lot of it. Like, David didn't launder just like a few million, you guys. Like, we're talking upwards of 50 plus. Sound? No, sounds good. Sound check, mic check. Yeah, good. The forced labor charges and whatever they find in David's phone, gonna be the least of his worries, man. Whatever they find in David's phone, that's gonna be the evidence, man. It's like, that's gonna show the whole operation, man. It's like a fucking umbrella operation, man. That David's phone was the umbrella covering the whole operation. Everything went from that phone down and trickled down to all the other members. I think they had somewhere around 30-something phones, you guys, that were all registered to the cult. Every single phone number, every phone was bought by that cult was all linked to David's phone. David knew every text that went in and out of every single fucking phone. You know why? Because he sent them. He saw what text got sent. He said where they sent. He knew everything. So for David to try and play the, like, I'm crazy, no. Because David knew what he was doing. That's why he had all these phones. And here's the other thing. They would switch phones out every day and give different phones to different people. Oh, that's simply amazing, right? That's what we've been seeing, the fucking phones. These right here. Phones, everybody. Government don't fuck around anymore. They're watch us right here. David's phone, gonna be the mecca. Yeah, David's are either 314 or 734 or 303. There's some other ones like Houston, but they're going to be 314 or 734 or 303, like Michelle's. Michelle's is 303-859-6701. David's, I'm not too sure of, man. He had a bunch of different numbers, but I think his main was 314-398-0637. I don't know if they had cameras in the hotel rooms, man. They very well could have. They very well could have, man. They could have. I'm curious what they found when they went in that place. They took a lot of evidence out of that place, too. But yep, that's going to be it for the day, I think, you guys. So anybody just tuning in, hit that like and subscribe, man. Appreciate you guys being here. They did find guns. We knew they had guns. Not sure how many yet, but they are assault rifles. We kind of known about that. That wasn't a secret. That wasn't a secret when fuckboy Malachi came out with a gun on his hip when I was down there protesting. That was when we knew they were armed. So I think that's when the game changed a little bit for the government when they found out they had guns. Like, okay, now we have another fucking Waco situation possibly. We got to play our cards very, very carefully with this. And they went in all at the same time. They raided at the same time. They got everybody at the same time. They got David and Michelle, who are now in custody. Where they're at, we don't know. Not yet. I personally think, this is just me, that when you take somebody down like this, you got to put them on a psych hold. Okay? You have to put them on a psych hold because of the crimes they were committing. For David being the type of personality he is, they're going to sit and just watch him for a while. They're going to start psych evaling him. They're going to make sure he's fit to stand trial. Then he's not going to fucking play crazy. But it would be hard for David to play crazy because he went through great lengths to cover up this operation and not pay his taxes and jump tax IDs and all the properties and the money. He was very calculated for this. So at this point, it's going to be real hard for David to say, oh, I didn't know it was wrong, everybody. He knows what the fuck he was doing. So does Michelle. So these lawyers, the fact that they could try him separately, which would be great. I hope they fucking try him separately. Separate cases, separate judges. But I don't think it's going to go that way. I think they'll have the same judge. But they'll have different defenders. Okay. So, with that being said, man, they found guns. I don't know how many or what size, but that's still, we'll find that out later on in the indictment. Okay. So we'll find that out later on. And again, we're tracking the case right now, you guys. We're waiting. That's all we're doing. We're just waiting to see when they get transferred, when they get moved. But right now, everything's real tight-lipped. We don't know where they're at. We don't know when they're being transferred. Like I said, I personally think they're on a psych hold, which would be best for them in this situation. They'd probably get better care than they would if they're in a prison. So them being on a psych hold right now seems like the most logical reason why they're not transferred into the prison system yet. If they were transferred into the prison system, they would be logged in, okay? We'd be able to see them on the prison database, but they're not, okay? Questions, comments, concerns, man? Channel's open, 314-492-3356. You want to get with me offline, you got questions, hit me up, man. My channel's open. I'm not afraid to speak to you guys offline. Oh, yeah, exactly, right, Wolf and Light? Exactly. For sure. The computers and databases, David thinks he can erase phone numbers and shit and all that shit goes away. Nope, doesn't go away. All they got to do is go to the fucking phone provider with a federal warrant, be like, give us all the data for this phone number. Everything, pictures, text messages, calls, everything. They'll do the same with Google. They'll get a federal warrant. We need all the emails for this. They'll go serve Google. Give us this fucking server. We need all the emails coming and going to this email address right here. They'll just subpoena all the information. It's that easy, and that's what's going on right now. The lawyers are now asking for discovery, which is, fuck, my God, Christ in heaven. Well, fucking discovery in this. We'll talk more about that later. Think about the discovery in this, guys. They're already asking for documents, papers, phone numbers, everything. Everything. Now everything is literally gonna come out to the fucking table, man. Everything. All the shit David was trying to hide for the last 20 fucking years, guess what? It's all coming to the surface now.